Phighting Phorensics is a series that I'm going to be doing, which is going to tell you the basics of each character and how to play said character, while also giving some good general tips. At the end of the day, this game is meant to be fun. Play how you want to play. And if you have any tips of your own, leave a comment down below to share with others. This guide will be focusing on who is Katana? Katana is one of the original characters to debut in this game, being the very first tanky fighter. Even though Katana is a tank, he can still dish out some impressive damage, with recently Katana getting a new rework to keep up with some of the new characters. Katana is still rocking his Ronin drip with flashy new animations that feel straight out of an old samurai movie. If you're a weeb that likes the feudal Japan aesthetic, while also wanting to be a tanking behemoth, then Katana might be the one for you. Katana's passive, primary, and secondary all go together, so I'm gonna quickly go over them. Passive, Looming Misfortune. Each hit with your primary will put a mark on the target, stacking up to 5 times. Primary, Calamity Slice. Katana will swing his swords 5 times. Each swing makes you move forward, applying a stack of his passive. The AoE of each swing is pretty big, so as long as the person you're fighting is in front of you, it's most likely gonna hit. Secondary, Split, Soar, Sunder. This move does different things depending on how long you charge the ability. Using any variation of your secondary will activate your passive. This will grant you temporary shields and deal bonus damage. The more stacks you have on the opponent, the more damage and shield you'll be getting from activating it. The different variations of this move are Split, Tap. Katana will do one quick slash forward, dealing small damage. This variation is best for activating your passive stacks. You can also reset your primary chain with this. Soar, half charge. Katana will dash forward, spinning in a circle, doing moderate damage. This variation is best for movement, being able to aim it in any direction. Sunder, fully charged. Katana will do a flurry of slashes, dealing massive damage. This variation has no competition in the damage department, so I like to spam the crap out of this for some insane burst damage. The cooldown of this ability changes depending on how long you charge the ability, but I'm a monkey brain, so I just spam Sunder because big damage go burr. Ability 1, Thread Toe. The Hook. Katana will throw out a hook and pull whoever is caught to his location, while also marking them with 1 stack of your passive. This move is pretty simple and straight to the point. If somebody is running away from you, pull them. If you see somebody out of range and you don't feel like walking to them, pull them. This move also synergizes with the next ability. Ability 2, Gust Guard. Boombox's stolen move! Katana will take a step back and create a barrier in front of him. This barrier will block projectiles, but has a decaying health bar until it disappears. Up close, this barrier will deal a small amount of damage upon activation, and will deal damage again for anybody that passes through them, and mark them with 1 stack of your passive. Hooking somebody through the shield will generate more stacks for your passive than normal. This should be obvious that you can use this shield for a normal defensive tool, but I just love using it for damage and to build up stacks quickly. Ultimate, Absolution. Katana will sheath his sword, entering into his ultimate, and giving you a brief moment to take aim. Using your primary input will cause Katana to dash forward, dealing damage to anyone in his path, and dragging them along with them. This will automatically mark the target's hit with max stats of your passive, giving you the shields and the damage, while also doing a bonus amount of damage that pierces, meaning that this damage will ignore shields and go straight for the health instead. This move, like how it's presented, is a finisher move, since it doesn't matter how many stacks you have before. I like using it once I go through all my normal moves, finishing the enemy off in a cinematic way. This move has a pretty long hitbox, allowing the user to hit multiple people, giving you even more shields than using it as a solo ult. You can even troll with this move too, pulling people off the map or into hazardous areas. You could, but I really don't recommend doing this, but you could use this as another mobility tool, since you can aim this anywhere. You can use it to catch up to somebody or just run away. But doing this is somewhat a waste even if you get your ult relatively fast. There's a couple of decent tips that I can give you to help you improve playing Katana. The first tip is, whenever you're using your primary or secondary, either look downwards and or rotate your camera around the target. In order for these moves to register, you pretty much have to have the target be in front of Katana. The problem is Katana will keep moving forward when you use his moves. To prevent this from happening, you will keep rotating your camera so you're always looking at the enemy. Looking downward will also slow Katana quite a bit and make it easier for you to hit enemies on the side of you. Practice doing this in either real games or in the shooting range to get the hang of this. The second tip is to learn how to not take too much damage from being in the open. Even though you do have your shield to protect you, you won't always have that ready to use. So use the environment for additional cover to keep yourself alive if your shield is on cooldown. The last tip is to practice aiming with your hook. This is simple. The better you get aiming with your hook, the easier it is to play Katana. Playstyles. There's two playstyles for Katana that I think are best suited for him. One being more of a traditional tank and the other is just a fat DPS. The traditional tank. This playstyle is being that one dude that sits on point for King of the Hill and duels anyone that is on point, spamming your shield to block any range attacker, which your team should hide behind. Trying to mark as many people to spam your passive shields as much and as fast as possible. And finally, using your ultimate to hit as many people as possible for a massive amount of shields and displacing the enemy. Nothing is wrong with this playstyle, I just enjoy the other one more, the fat DPS. This playstyle is like it says, you're a fat DPS, taking advantage of your large health pool. The task is simple, run around the map, hooking people for isolated 1v1s. You can win majority of the matchups as long as you're landing all your moves. The only downside of this playstyle is if the game mode is King of the Hill, there might not be anybody to be on point for you to contest, but it won't matter if the enemy team is all dead. Team compositions. Katana is made where you can pretty much do anything by himself, but if you have some people to play with, these are some decent team comps. Katana plus a healer, like Medkit and or Vinestaff. This allows Katana to take advantage of his HP to the fullest, making you hard to kill from all the healing your teammate can give you. The Katana player just needs to protect his supports by pulling away any attacker or putting up your shield for them to hide behind. You can also evolve this team comp into a GOATS comp and have Katana, Banhammer, Medkit, and Vinestaff. This comp is very evil because Katana and Banhammer will be giant meat shields soaking up all the damage, while the supports will just focus on healing the two. The only problem is that you need multiple friends playing this game. Katana plus speed, like Coil or Boombox. This is a simple way to help Katana get around the map quicker. Also, Katana will move slightly faster while using his primary. Combos. There's multiple combos that Katana can do depending on the situation. The sustain combo. Primary 5 times, secondary, repeat. This combo is pretty much the default sustaining combo. You'll be able to do consistent damage while also allow you to stay alive in the fight longer from the shields that are being generated. These next two combos are pretty similar, but mainly just for some variety. The maximum DPS combo. Primary twice, ability 2 for the shield, ability 1 to hook them back in, fully charged secondary. Ult as an optional finisher. This is probably the most burst damage Katana can have, being able to pretty much kill anyone in this game. The only downside is the damage can vary if you mess up or miss any of your moves. And the last combo, the hook 'em and cook 'em. Ability 2 for shield, ability 1 to hook them through, primary twice, fully charged secondary. Ult as an optional finisher. I like this combo more than the other one because you can sit on the side of the map kidnapping people and getting free kills. The plus side of doing this combo is even if you miss your hook, you'll be able to be safe behind your barrier. And if you land your hook, the person pulled will be walled off, so it'd be hard for them to be healed. My opinion on the rework. For most of the people that don't know, my first main in this game was Katana, so I'm very familiar with this old kit and how it was played. New Katana is definitely flashier than before and has way more damage potential, but the problem is he kinda lacks the utility he had before, because his old passive gave enemies a stacking slow, which really helped counter fast-moving characters like Skateboard and Biograph. With the passive gone, it pretty much is an indirect buff to these characters now. Unless if they're working on a new character that applies slow, then this thing won't matter. The new Katana is kinda like Banhammer when he comes to being tanky, with getting shields from being aggressive, making Katana less support reliant like he was before. Katana has movement now, which is nice to see instead of you having to pray that a boombox would speed you up. Overall, this rework is good, and I can see more people wanting to play Katana in the future. Now, what my community thinks. Majority of you guys seem to like the rework, but also a lot of you guys still haven't played it yet. Here's some of the comments you guys have left too. I hope you learned something from this video, so now go out and slice through space and time with Katana.
Yeah, because before that you used to block and I was so...
What? Oh, I didn't even know you were on that side. I'm not gonna lie.
So
I shot in a random spot. I shot in a random area, dude.
No!
Did you? I looked away. Put that as a clip for the end. Put that as a clip at the end. I looked away from my game and you died? Buddy. Stupid.